Hi, everybody. I forgot to put my little sign out. Oh, well. Okay, so today we are making this. It's called a quarter fold card pop-up. The reason it's quarter fold is because the size of the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It doesn't have a front flap or anything, but it sits up lovely. So it actually folds flat. And it goes in your envelope, like so. So it fits quite nice in your A2 envelope. And then when you open it up, it goes like this. And then it sits up like that. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay, alrighty. Okay, so I am using this week actually, as you'll see when I show you the cards. This paper is called Winter Roses, and it's by Paper Roses Studio. We had collection packs which we sold out of, but we do have paper, and we've ordered more. So there was a, I think it was a comment or a question that they struggled making cards using the 12 by 12 paper. So this week I decided I would just use, for most of the cards, I'm just using this paper, Winter Rose paper by Paper...
Winter Rose by Paper Rose.
Right, Winter Rose by Paper Rose. That's it, okay? Alrighty, so I'm gonna show you how to make this. Okay, so the first paper that you're going to cut is this gray one, and it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I've done instructions for you. So I'm just gonna follow those to make sure I've got all the sizes correct. And then with the long side at the top, you're going to score at 2 3/4. So you're just putting, folding it in half. All right. And then the second piece is out of the gray again, and it is 4 1/2 by 2 1/4. And this one you're going to score at half, 2 1/4, and 4. All right. And then I've got some navy paper here, and it is 1 1/4 by 6 1/2, and I'm going to score 1/2 at each end. All right. And then I have another piece. This is for the back sentiment. It's 4 by 2 1/2. And then I have this paper, and I'm just going to get the paper to show you what I've been using. So this is called Winter Rose right here. So I'm using this week. And this is the one that I'm using today, with an overall print. These are the cutouts that I'm using. And I'm also using this one for another card, okay? So I'm using all this paper to show you how you can make cards successfully on a 12 by 12 paper. All right. So this paper, I cut 2 5/8 by 4, and I cut 2 of them. All right. Okay, so now we'll put the card together. All right, so I'm going to start with this, and I'm folding it in half along that score line, and then I'm opening it up. Next, I'm going to take this piece, which is the little box that goes inside, and I'm going to fold that. Okay, so that's folded like that. And then this piece, I'm just going to fold those over. All right. Now for this mat, you could just cut the whole thing, but I always find that they don't cut well, or sorry, fold well. You always get them buckled. So I just kind of rest them along that score line. So I could actually cut this a little shorter, so I will change that. So instead of 2 5/8, I'm going to cut it at 2 1/2. Okay. And I also found that my tape runner did not care for this paper at all, so I'm going to use glue. Now these should match up. Maybe not. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on these. This is a very glossy paper. So I'm going to put this one on this side. And then this one on the other. Just on this other side of that score line. It allows for the paper, the card backing to fold nicely without it buckling. Okay? And then you can just fold it like that. All right, then I'm going to put this on. Okay, and this is going to rest here. And this is the little box that the flowers are going to go in. This one I will use some tape. So I'm just going to put my tape here and here. So I just folded back those 1/2 inch sections. And then I'm going to line up this bottom with the bottom and line up the score lines with the score line, okay? So now it looks like this. So there's that little box that we're going to be putting our flowers in. Next, I'm going to put this on, all right? So I'm going to add some tape here. And if you were thinking ahead before I glued it, I could have tucked these under here. I don't think I can do that now, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, and so this piece goes from this end, right flush with the side, right along the bottom, and then this piece folds over and goes like that. So the construction of the card is very simple, and that's it. And then this automatically goes into like a 1/2 circle. I think this is my new favorite card. I really like it. Now, on the bottom of my paper is this really nice little stripe on the header. See that? It's on this side. So I took that header and I'm just going to glue it on here like that. I just thought it added a lot to it. It was nice to have the contrast of the stripes. So I'm just going to cut that. Let's see if I need to cut a little bit more on. Yeah. go. So I didn't even throw the headers away on my paper. So I'm just going to add some glue to that. There we go. Now, this paper, they have a cut apart. It looks like this. And you'll see that I use this on all my cards this week. Now, I will tell you, I did think I'd be able to cut them out on my Scan and Cut, but I couldn't do it. It didn't recognize the background was too mottled and it didn't recognize each one. So I cut them, fussy cut them, but they're not difficult at all. So I'm just going to take this one. I think that's, or did I use this in another card? I can't remember. Seems to me I did. So let me pick another one. I'll pick this one. All right, so to fussy cut, I'm going to get my Tim Holtz scissors because I like the way these handle. And I just kind of left a little border. Like it's not hard to do at all. I certainly didn't go into all those little pieces and it still looked nice. So I just sort of made a little offset, I guess you could call it. For it. And it worked out just fine. So I actually used the whole sheet for my cards this week. And I think they turned out really nice. I guess I could go down there a bit. Okay, so then this can go in here like this. Now it's going to sit up like this. So I think what I can also do is, just trying to see, I can cut out these little ones and use those too. There we go. So I'm just going to cut these out. Just leaving that little white border. This paper is not the glossy kind, like the other in the line. This is just regular paper. So it's very easy and quick to fussy cut. And if you have these scissors, it's wonderful. Okay. All right, now we can build this up. So you want to leave this part, this little score line, so that it will pop up. So you don't want to put anything over top of it. So I'm going to actually cut this a bit. All right. So you can have it go over it a little bit, just don't put any glue. All right, so I'm just going to put those two there. I found it easy just to put the glue right on the box. And you can't have it too far over here either. And then I'll put this one here. So it goes like that. Okay, and then this one I'm just going to kind of put here. I'm not going to put any glue on this side. I'm just going to put glue on this side. So it can pop in there, like that. So when it opens, it looks like that. See that? Okay. Now the other thing that this paper has, do you want to pass me a full sheet of this so I can show them? So this is what a full sheet looks like. And then down here they have little sentiments that you can cut off too, which is kind of cool. So on this one, I am going to cut best wishes. Okay, put those in a safe place. And then I'll just do a little banner V, cut a little V out of here. And then I'm going to add that right to the back of that flower. So I'll just add a little bit of glue right here.
Diane says, could you glue it to the back of the front piece?
I glued it. No, I glued it to the front of that box.
But she's asking if you could.
Glue it back here?
Could you glue it to the back of the front piece?
Yes, you could put some here too. Yeah. So this, just going to kind of flip it. Maybe put a little bit of glue here. Yep, you can put them all over it. This is actually the last card I made yesterday, so I was using the end of my flowers. Just want that to stick there. Just let that settle. I just love it when it curves like that. I mean, you could put your sentiment across the front. You could put, oh, that's really going to be a stubborn little thing. Maybe if I put some tape behind it. There. So then when it's, oh, I guess that won't work because then when it's flat, it'll be squishy. Well, forget that one. There we go. All right. But yes, you could add flowers in here. You could add flowers wherever you want. All right. So that is called the quarter fold pop-up card.